Some PCs are designed specifically for gaming. Others are designed for professional work. And then every once in a while you come across a machine like this that tries to combine both worlds into a single setup. And honestly, that's what makes this desktop so interesting. At first glance, it looks like a normal gaming PC. It has modern connectivity, large storage capacity, Windows 11 already installed, and specifications that sound powerful enough for almost anything. But once you start examining the actual hardware, you realize this system comes from a very different background compared to traditional gaming desktops. The processor inside is the Intel Xeon E5 12-core chip. Xeon processors were originally engineered for servers and workstation environments where long-term stability, multitasking, and heavy professional workloads matter far more than gaming benchmarks. These are processors designed to handle rendering, simulations, productivity software, and enterprise applications for extended periods of time. That immediately changes the identity of this machine. And then there's the graphics card. Instead of a consumer gaming GPU, this system uses the Quadro M4000, another workstation-focused component built primarily for professional applications like CAD design, 3D animation, rendering pipelines, engineering software, and video production environments. So naturally, the big question becomes whether workstation hardware like this can still deliver a satisfying gaming experience in 2026. And surprisingly, in many situations, it absolutely can. The overall desktop experience feels fast right away. The 512GB NVMe SSD helps Windows 11 boot quickly. Applications load almost instantly, and navigating through the system feels smooth and responsive. Even though the hardware generation itself is older, the system still feels modern in everyday use. Then you combine that with 16GB of DDR4 memory, which continues to be a very comfortable amount of RAM for gaming, multitasking, editing, and productivity workloads. Running multiple browser tabs, editing applications, background programs, and streaming content at the same time doesn't overwhelm the system easily. But one of the biggest strengths of this PC is definitely the storage configuration. Alongside the NVMe SSD, you also get a massive 4TB hard drive. And honestly, that amount of storage changes the way you use the machine. Modern games are huge, creative projects take up massive amounts of space, and video files can fill drives incredibly quickly. Having both fast storage for performance and large storage for capacity makes the setup feel practical for real-world use. You're not constantly uninstalling games or deleting projects just to free up space. Connectivity also helps the desktop feel newer than expected. Wi-Fi 6 provides strong wireless networking performance, and Bluetooth 5.4 improves compatibility with modern accessories and wireless devices. Those details may seem small individually, but together they help the overall experience feel much more current. Now gaming performance is where things become more nuanced. The Quadro M4000 was not specifically optimized for gaming workloads, so this isn't a system focused on ultra settings or maximum frame rates in modern AAA titles. Esports games, lighter competitive titles, and older releases generally run quite well, especially with adjusted settings. Casual gaming is absolutely possible here, and depending on the game, the performance can actually feel surprisingly solid. But newer demanding titles will definitely require compromises. Lower graphics settings, reduced visual effects, and balanced performance tuning become important if you want smoother gameplay in modern releases. And honestly, that's completely expected considering the professional nature of the GPU. What's interesting though is how the workstation hardware becomes a major advantage once you move into productivity and creator-focused workloads. Video editing, rendering tasks, multitasking environments, design software, and creative applications all benefit from the Xeon processor's multi-core capabilities and the Quadro card's professional acceleration strengths. That's why this desktop feels less like a pure gaming system and more like a hybrid workstation capable of handling gaming as an additional feature. And for many users, that combination makes a lot more sense. Students learning editing, beginner creators, freelancers, office users, streamers, multitaskers, and casual gamers could all benefit from a setup like this because it offers flexibility across multiple workloads instead of focusing only on gaming performance. This machine isn't trying to compete directly with premium high-end gaming desktops. Instead, it focuses on delivering balanced performance, huge storage capacity, reliable multitasking, creator-friendly hardware, and respectable gaming capability at a far more accessible price point. And depending on what you actually need from a desktop computer, that balanced approach might honestly be the smarter choice.